Hi, my name is Chief Albert Naquin. I'm the traditional chief of the Biloxi Chittimacha Choctaws of Ile de Jean, and my name is spelled ALBERTNAQUIN.
Okay. And why are you at this conference?
I was asked to be on a panel by Mr. Dick, who said that I should be here because of, I think, the indigenous people having, I guess, natural hazards problems. So I was invited to come and say a few words about our hazardous problem that we are having. Also, probably man-made hazardous stuff as well.
So you guys, I imagine, are dealing a lot with storms and floods.
Yes.
Where you are.
Yes.
And how are the federal agencies helping you and your tribe in dealing with preparing or dealing with these disasters?
Our federal and our state and our local government kind of abandoned us a while back. And I give you a for instance so you can understand. During Hurricane Lily in 2002, we had FEMA down in our bayou in 3 cars. They had so many dressed up ladies and men in 3-piece suit. We had probably about 8 of them, and we had like 4 caseworkers. Then for Katrina, we had 4 caseworkers, 0, I guess you could say, executive people from FEMA. And for Gustavo Night, we had 2, which covered our parish. Actually, it was covered 5 parishes, only 2 of them. And so that tells you that they were giving up on us. And as far as state and local help, we get none from them either. For Ike, for example, I'm sorry, Isaac, in 2012, I called the Red Cross, I called Salvation Army, and the parish had said that they were fortunate not to have any homes flooded in our parish. So I said, well, how could they say that? I said, we have 7 homes that's flooded. And they said, well, of course, to the parish, it's 0. So anyway, so we couldn't get any help from Salvation Army or Red Cross, but yet we had some people with, we had, some had, one house had at least 3 feet of water in their house. And so it says, so as far as help from our government, federal, state, and local, we get none.
So you're on your own pretty much. So how do you, as a leader of your community, prepare your tribe for what is probably going to be inevitable, another storm, another flood?
Well, this year, we had the parish actually kind of raised the. If you've seen the Beast of the Southern Wild, they talk about the bathtub. Well, we're the bathtub. So they raised the rain levee around the houses up to 8 feet. So it probably wouldn't be good for a hurricane, but at least it's good for high tide. So how do we do it? Well, we had the Presbyterian Church. We applied for a grant, which was almost guaranteed to get, but we didn't. So they spent out of their pockets over $5,000. So they bought us replacement stuff. Since we couldn't get any help from anybody else, we decided. Well, the Presbyterian Church decided to go ahead and advance us what we needed. So they bought refrigerators, stove, hot water heaters, and washers and dryers, and basically the main things. And then we had somebody else that, of course, the bedding didn't get to us until October, which probably should have been the first thing to get. But the bedding we got in October from another agency. So we have people like this. But the grant we didn't get. Now, 2 nonprofit and another Indian tribe got 40 grants apiece, and we got zero, and the Presbyterian Church got zero. So the money had to come from the Presbyterian Church. I mean, I got $500 for that. Yeah, by much of $500. But anyway, so we kind of depend on we're on church groups and stuff like that to help us out. So that's how we survive.
So, can you describe as a leader of your community what resilience or mitigation means to you?
Yes, don't know too much on what all that means, but yes, resilience. I guess we can be just so resilient, and I'm not a resilient person. When I came out of the military, got married, had a little bitty child, and here come Hurricane Carmen. That was in '74, and basically we had 11 inches of water in our house. So I decided, and not just that. I wasn't didn't make a decision just on that, but every day I had to drive to work through water on our road that we have coming in and out of the community. So you pass a lot of salt water. So salt water and cars just don't mix too well. So we decided to purchase a piece of land in community, not too far from here, probably just about 10 miles away. And we did. And to tell you the truth, it works. Because from '74 to up to now, I haven't lost any furniture or appliances due to hurricanes. So it does work when you move away from the coast. And as far as mitigation, the community that I'm in, we will not get any. I mean, it's kind of been abandoned, and and we have Dick is here himself, and and his wife, and many other people with a lot of knowledge is helping us to try to maybe resettle in a new community somewhere else, rebuild our community, because what it is, from 2002, before Lily, we had 78 homes. After Lily, we had 68. After Katrina and Rita, it was down to 54. After Gustav and Ike, we're down to 25. So it makes talk about the government. If the government or anybody doesn't do anything, I mean, eventually the community is going to be gone, and it won't cost anybody anything. But we're trying to put a new community together as a model community where other communities that needs to relocate or resettle somewhere else will have an idea on what it takes to do it. So hopefully we can be a model community, and
this includes building practices that are hurricane resistant and flood resistant, or
yes,
part of this is
yes, and probably have that green effect, to where we can sustain ourselves, with as little energy used from the power company as possible. Kind of, I ain't gonna say recycle water, but kind of a heat exchange with water where you don't have to heat it as much. It's going to be passing through certain things to warm it up, and to cool it off be the same thing. So it'd be kind of some heat exchange too, so that our water can be warmer when we need it, to where we don't have to have the hot water heaters to heat as much. So they're planning on getting the best technology, and and we're looking at 7 or 8 PhD people working together with different expertise in different areas. So it's going to be well planned out and well designed, to where I think that maybe if we do the right presentation, that it will happen.
And how did you find them, or they find you, this expertise?
Well, through Dick and his wife, being around for Katrina, they've been trying to help people, the unfortunate people, the displaced people, disenfranchised people. So they've been working with them for a long time. So basically, they found me, and I guess they like my looks, so they they they, uh, they decided to help, and so they put a team together to work with us and try to improve our lives a little bit, and basically to keep our Indian culture, Indian blood together. Because if nothing happens, then they move into different communities and they intermarry into that community, and then our Indian blood just drops down.
So are people within your community open and willing and ready for this transition to a new place to be this model?
A few, yes, but I'm gonna have another fight there because there's some that's hard headed, but then you talk to the wives. The wives always want a new home. The husband tough, okay? They play the tough guy. So the wife want a new home. So if the wife goes, the man's gonna follow. So it's gonna take a little while. I mean, it won't happen overnight, but right now we probably have. I remember at one time I had 85% ready to go, okay, and then outsiders came in and then it went down. So right now we're kind of keeping it silent, so that we don't get tripped before we get there. So we are very. I mean, our work is very secret, and so we are trying to get fewer and fewer involved in that could kind of keep their lip sealed, so that way the word don't get out before we have our plan together and we get funds to start moving forward. So
And would you move once everything was complete, like this new community is built, and then at that point it's ready to be occupied, and then your community would shift to this new place?
To that new place. Well, it probably won't be all at one time. We're probably going to build a few homes and put some people in there to kind of watch over stuff. Because I mean, I have a brother-in-law that needs to pack up and go, so he'll probably be there. And plus, he's one of my deputy chiefs, so he can monitor what goes on into infrastructure and stuff like that. Probably infrastructure would probably be done first, but then for the first house, then you can keep on moving to get some new folks in there, and because I mean we have some people that needs to get out where they're at. Talk about hazard. Well, you gotta consider we have houses that's been. We had 5 floods in 6 years. No, we had Lily. Then the following year we had Tropical Storm Lee. Then we had Rita. Then we had Gustav and Ike. So a lot of the houses has been flooded a lot, and I'm sure there's all kind of bacteria in there, or what do you call that, mold. So yeah, those folks need to get out of there, and actually, the one of the house, one that had 3 feet of water in, can't be lifted, because if they try to lift that up, if any sudden jerk should happen, it probably would collapse. So that's how bad that house is.
Are you working with FEMA or any other federal agencies to provide assistance to you at this point?
FEMA, we talked with FEMA just actually over here. Probably they're gonna get on board. We're working with HUD, and HUD is. We went through. I'm gonna tell you this. We went through phase 1. Now we're working on phase 2, and they went to our parish council actually Monday night, and it went well. So they're going to be back in August with probably a plan that the team is gonna put out. So it's moving along forwards, and then we're gonna have USDA that's going to come in, and so probably FEMA is going to come in. Probably maybe even BIA just works with federally recognized tribe. So I don't know if they're going to help us out or not, but we have hopes that they will step in and put a few dollars. So, and plus we have some others that are committed. I mean, like a foundation that are committed to help and assist. If HUD pushes through, they will step in and give us some assistance as well.
It'd be great to figure, and I'm sure all you are working on, to leverage funds as far as clean energy and
Right.
solar and everything.
Right.
You can link all these tax rebate programs together. Well, it's different.
Yeah, we have a young man, PhD man, which is Jack Martin from South Carolina. He's he's the team leader on there for energy, and then we have Tony Laska also, which is part of energy. So with that two heads together, yeah, we're talking about
What,
clean energy.
yeah,
Yes.
you missed what he was saying before of, but they're basically creating a model community.
Right.
That would be an example for
For
other
others.
people.
The folks that want to stay down in the area, are they, is it because of fishing practices, or what is the?
No, basically, they're old. I have a sister, which is 90 years old. Okay, and she said, I really wouldn't want to go. And we're not going to force her. And her husband is going to be 89. And basically, they're all retired. So they're kind of elderly folks, and, they would like to finish it at that time there. And they might be able to, so hopefully so anyway. But everybody that works, the fishermen and all that, they're basically all gone. They have their boats in the area because but they drive to there. So
So I worked with a tribe up on the Koyukuk years ago, and they really wanted to be on the river for their living, their livelihood.
right. Yeah. Well, that's why we went there when we was chased there, in 1830. That's why we migrated, because we could live off the community there, off the land. Because there was no depression there for the Great Depression. I guess we wasn't there, but they didn't even know there was a depression going on because they lived off the land.
Can I ask you about your food sources down there?
Yeah.
How is the soil and things? Is there,
No.
over the years, in the past?
In the past, it was great. Today, I wouldn't suggest. Well, actually, you have to have a raised garden if you want to do it. This year we went up and put made some boxes and put some hay bales on the bottom, and then put the potting soil on top and plant stuff in there. So it was probably about a foot or so above the ground. But the soil's been flooded so many times and probably have heavy metals in there, and it's not. And you talk to EPA to come do a soil sample, but then if they find heavy metal in the land, they gotta scrape it all off and refill it. So you're looking at a bag of bucks. So they're not doing any soil samples at all. So it kind of leaves us on our own.
Yeah. Staten Island, and there is few homes that were relocated out of an area, and it was their place. They decided to move, but they still, I don't know if anyone else was in that session, they still went down into the backyard to garden.
Oh, really?
It was
Yeah.
totally destroyed areas. They wanted
yeah.
to be in their sense of place, in their place.
Yeah. And, right now, those that are gardening, they don't have it. I have a sister-in-law that's gardening, and she's the one with a box garden that we put in her yard.
Is there any access in and out when it's flooded?
No, that's when it's flooded now.
So has everyone always been able to evacuate in time?
You got to evacuate before everybody else, because our road is just maybe a foot above the water level. So when the winds start blowing from bad weather, you got to get out, especially if it's a hurricane.
Yeah.
Now, regular bad weather is all right, but when you have a hurricane, you got to get out probably a day or two before everybody else.
And how do you evacuate your community and your elderly? Do you have some buses, or do you have any?
No, but basically, family take care of that their own. Yeah. So when they know it's coming, to get out. There's only one person in there that I'm worried about, and he's in his 80s as well. He I hate to say that on camera, but he's kind of a couple of hot dogs short of a picnic. He's
I love that phrase. I never heard it.
But anyway, he's been like that all his life. So he has his little surrounding area where he knows where he's at. So he goes to his sister, he goes to his brother, he goes home, and I think right now he's kind of facing Alzheimer's. So because he's got people living in his attic and all that. So I don't know if we'd want to move him to a new community, because he'd be very, very lost, and probably it would probably kill him. So it's things like that we have to put together, and what we do.
It's a complicated process.
It
you
is.
have to be resilient to make it through the process.
Yes. It's a tough decision to make, and I'm not done with going to make it. I'm gonna let that family decide if we should leave him, and you can't leave him alone, because he'll never make it. So we have to leave somebody there with us to meet the sister, the brother, which the brother would be my brother-in-law, and the sister's my sister-in-law. So I don't know how to handle that. It's kind of a difficult situation.
How far is your new community from your
So
existing?
it's going to be far. It's going to be probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes away. Because what it is, we've been to Barry Islands for the big city of Houma. So our first step was to move just far enough away to be safe. But then seeing all the research that's been happening, we decided to jump Houma and move, let them be our Barry Islands. Okay, so then they're gonna protect Houma, so we'll be protected as well. So that's the reason for that. It's gonna take a few years to get used to the new community, but I think it's gonna work out just well.
Thanks very much for
Yeah.
talking with us.
Is there anything else you want to say to us about natural hazard mitigation? And
Send money to Dick and our team, so that he can help us out. That's about what I can say.
so you have a champion, you have an ambassador now that is your lifeline
You're right.
to your whole
Yeah,
tribe.
to my whole tribe. Yep. And then federal recognition is coming. If y'all talk to the BIA, tell them to recognize us too, because our paperwork will be coming in next month. So I'm gonna go sign it.